Hi, my fellow YouTubers. I'm here to show you about a feature that we should have through Comcast, but for some reason they don't want to give us to us. It's called Motion Activated Cameras. Basically, all it involves is pretty much adding a motion sensor to the exterior of your home to actually turn on your actual exterior cameras whenever they detect motion. We're going to create a couple rules for this on the Xfinity homepage, so you must know your password. And we're going to also talk about how to set the parameter up inside of this and getting this added to your system. I picked this up used off eBay for $11 from Devi Steve. I'll include the link in the description. He sells them for $11 used, $26 brand new to the door. And there's quite a few sellers on eBay that actually sell them, so you can pretty much go with anybody you want to go with. I went with the cheapest solution because these aren't rated to go outside, but mine's going to sit kind of under an awning a little bit, be protected from the weather just a little bit. I'm also going to kind of seal it up the best way I can. You might have noticed mine is not white. I didn't kind of want this standing out like a sore thumb on the brown brick we have outside. So I actually kind of put a little eggshell rattle can over it. $4 at Menards kind of makes this look a little bit more pleasant to the eyes. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. We're going to get into our Xfinity touchpad. And instead of using our normal pen, we're going to use a special pen that allows us to add sensors and other things to our security system. We're going to enter in 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to enter in pretty much anything you want on the ID page. I'm just going to enter in anything, as you can see. That doesn't mean nothing to me. And it takes us to this page, which is kind of similar to what you normally would see. But let's go to sensors and zones, and this page definitely has changed. If you entered in your normal 4-digit PIN, you would only have this option here, change zone order, but the 4321 gives us a slew of other options. So we're going to go to the obvious add sensors and zone, and basically we're going to go to next. And then right here, it would be a sensor here. Now, I've already added this sensor, and for some reason, I had a little trouble actually removing it. It had nothing to do with the used sensor. It's just the way Comcast is actually set up. I will include a link to a good video that I followed, how to actually get this into pairing mode so it can show up right here. Basically, all it involves is removing this screw, opening up the case to take the battery out, and what's going to happen is there's going to be a tamper spring in there. You're going to press that down. You're going to put the battery back in. You're going to let go of the tamper spring. And then you're going to press the tamper spring switch again. And it gets it into instant pairing mode where this flashes red and this flashes a little green on the circuit board. It is real easy to do. The other video is going to show you. Hopefully, some of you guys can actually follow that instructions and be just good enough without even watching the video, but I will include it, as well as the eBay seller where I got my sensor from. But just a heads up, these are called K9-85, I believe, if you want to go with another seller or search for it through Amazon or something like that. So basically, once you get this in pairing mode, you're going to get a message up here saying, hey, we found this sensor, and you're going to just hit enter, and then you're going to go to next or something like that. Basically, you're going to also turn this on to 24-hour inform. It's going to be an option on there. Now, don't fret. If you don't forget to do this, definitely do this before you pretty much install this sensor. And the reason why we're doing 24-hour inform is we don't want this sensor setting off the entire alarm just because UPS or the postal man came and delivered a package to our front door while we were away at work. We just pretty much want this to turn on the cameras on the exterior whenever it sees motion. So if you do forget to do this during the pairing screen, definitely don't try to unpair it. Basically, what you can do is you can come back into settings, enter in the 4321 code again, and enter in any initials you like. Like I said, I entered some different in this time to show you that it doesn't matter what you put there. Go to sensors and zones, edit a sensor and zone. I'm going to zoom in the best I can. I actually named my front cam trigger to kind of make it kind of easier to go through things. and it is right here. We're going to turn on 24-hour inform. Like I said, make sure you definitely do this before you install this, because you don't want the surprise of your life while you're at work thinking your home's getting broken into. With that being said, we're going to go to our Xfinity homepage now, and we're going to show you how to create special rules for this. Now, this is inside the Xfinity portal. What we're going to do is we're going to add a new rule, and we're going to go to cameras, and we're going to go to, I'm going to use the front door. I actually created this rule earlier, but I deleted to make this video for you guys. So I'm going to go to the front door. I'm going to continue. I wanted to take a video, continue. When motion is detected, and we named our motion detector we're going to put outside front cam trigger. We're going to hit continue. We're going to hit always. I know it seems weird, but yes, we're going to hit always. And we want this to take a video only when armed. Now this means also night mode as well as armed away. So we're going to click that, and we want this to happen all 7 days. So we're going to hit save. And there you have it. I want the front door to take a video when motion is detected by front cam trigger, which really is basically saying when somebody walks up the stairs or comes up the driveway, basically the front cam as well as another camera that I have up there is going to actually take a small video. So we just pretty much hit just sign out or whatever. And I'm actually going to show you guys something else that's actually kind of a pain in the butt. Earlier we put this sensor on 24-hour inform. And what's going to happen is every time it sees motion, it's going to make an audible sound on the touchpad. And this is whenever the system's disarmed, armed at night, pretty much armed away at all times, it's going to pretty much do that tone. It'll probably drive you nuts after about 2 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell the touchpad to not alert us whenever this sees motions. So that way, basically, it can record the video in silence and not bother you while you're sleeping and all that other crazy stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings, and you can enter any code here. You can use your 4-pin code, or you can use the 4321 code again. I'm going to do the 4321, and we're going to enter any technician ID and just hit done. We're going to go to touchscreen. We're going to go to sound configuration, and we're going to go to home tone configuration. Now, I'm going to zoom in the best I can. You might have noticed that I already had a silence, and what's going to happen was when you come in this screen, it's going to say silence, and you're going to touch this to make it silent. So that way, basically, whenever there's motion up there, you won't actually hear the tone, the doo-doo-doo, or whatever you have to set up. Some people like it because it gives you an indication when somebody's coming in your driveway if you have this touchpad near like your living room where everybody sits at. Us personally, we leave the touchpad in the bedroom, and this thing will drive you absolutely insane. So there you have it. That's how you basically make a motion detected camera for Xfinity home security system. Word of advice, these are not rated to go outside. So if you do put this outside, make sure you seal this up the best you can with silicone. There's a small set screw on the bottom of this. Seal this up the best you can. Also, these are really sensitive. So if you have this aimed at a busy street or a driveway, there is a very good chance this thing will pick up motion from a very hot vehicle driving past or someone walking a dog. What you can actually do is you can kind of experiment. This is basically the window. You can experiment with small pieces of maybe electrical tape like this to kind of reduce the range. The main eye is here, and this is kind of like the secondary feature. It actually mounts like this. Let me show you the real way. And what you can do is take small strips of electrical tape or something like that to kind of mask this off little by little to kind of reduce the range. And that'll kind of help you dial it in. And then maybe later on you can come with a a paint or anything like that to kind of help reduce this window range just a little bit to kind of help you out. I hope this video helped you guys. Give me a thumbs up. You don't have to subscribe. And you guys take care.